Well, good evening, my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube friends worldwide. It is Mr. Sunshine, and I'm coming to you live right here, right now. And boy, it has been a long, hard week. But you know what? When you put the time and effort into whatever you may be doing, things are going to be taking place. That's right. Things are going to be happening here in sunny South Florida. And Mr. Sunshine to this week was no exception. And Mr. Sunshine been running around here today. I've got my big air conditioner going on in here. This is my big swamp fan. I actually had to shut it off for this video because I didn't want to have the over of the fan blowing around with all of that going on. Mr. Sunshine Space Mountain sitting there, looking as only it can look. But what we're going to talk about today is the Segway T3 motion patrollers. That's right. I picked these up a few weeks ago for a couple $100. And I saw these. They were made years ago. They sold for about $13,000. That's right, $13,000 for these things. Security departments bought them. Police departments. Actually, these three came from Dade County Police Department, downtown Miami version. And what we have here right now are the Segways. And we'll take a look at them. They got the custom wheels on them. All right. We have the front. We actually, the stickers were taken off when I got it. I just got done cleaning, washing, and waxing, and getting that all done. And what you're seeing here is the Segways. Now, what we're going to do before we get any further, we're going to show you what the battery boxes look like. This is a battery box. All right. They built these with lithium batteries in there from 7 to 8, 9 years ago. And naturally, they go bad, just like with everything else. Well, they don't make those anymore, but you can, if you can get a hold of the company. They sell those batteries anywhere from $1,300 a piece all the way up to $1,600, $1,700 a piece. All right, it could even go up to $1,800. You need two of them, so you're looking at $36,000, almost $4,000 for replacement batteries. Where most people just say, "The hell with it, I'm not spending $4,000 on batteries." Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Sunshine, through his hours of research and development. All right, we came up with we came up with new batteries that are costing about a third. Now, Mr. Sunshine knows the game better than anybody, okay? With sandblasters here, pressure washers, or air compressors, I know the game better than anybody, all right? When you're talking about refurbish something, we're going to refurbish key machines. I'm going to bring them back to brand new. Take a look at that, all right? But what we're talking about right now is the T3 motion battery packs, all right? And what we do, there's a lot in there, all right? And I can't justify $3,800 along with the shipping, along with the tax, $4,000, all right? Well, we dissected what I had. We tore it all down, and we found a lot in here that really wasn't necessary, okay, to justify $4,000. There's a circuit board in here. I took the circuit board out. All right, because what we wanted to do was get them in. So I put 50 amp batteries that I found for a couple $100. Lithiums. You got to go with lithium because you want to keep the weight down. AGMs or lead acid batteries it's going to be too heavy. All right, and they're just going to drop down as far as the voltage, whereas these are going to last. All right, so what we did was I went ahead and converted these two battery packs with the 50 amps in there. All right, with this, you got your circuit. As a matter of fact, this is the drawer. There it is, Miami-Dade. All right, and this one, you open it up, you flip your little circuit breaker on it, turns your batteries on. You stand up on it. All right, we're going to turn the key on. There's your initial test. Drive safely. As you can see, this has 193 miles on it. There it is, 193 original miles. As a matter of fact, we can turn the light on so you can see it a little better. Power all the way up. All right, now you can go through the programming through the horn button here with the programming key. I actually had to make keys for these, which I can make keys for whether you're talking about Segways or whether we're talking about chastity belts, okay? I'll make the key. It doesn't matter. If it's got cuts, I'm going to do it. All right, so we made that key, so here we go. And now, as a matter of fact, we have you got a horn. There's your horn. We go ahead and flip the lights on. We actually have lights that come on. We got the brake lights here. We actually still have the police lights. And we flip it again. There you go. You got your alarm system going on here. All right. And then we also have our headlights. There's your headlights. All right. Nice and bright. Really runs great. All right. Tops out at about, I have this one running at about 25 miles an hour. Now, I'm not going to take it out tonight. As a matter of fact, or I could take it out. I'd have to turn it around. All right, so what we did, we put 53 amps in here, or 50 amp batteries. There's two of them, so we're looking at 50 and 50. You're looking at 100 amps in there for a couple $100. Now, I went ahead and said, well, you know what? Why don't we go with a bigger battery? That's right, let's go with a bigger battery. And we got two of them here. As a matter of fact, that's where the illustrious John Gaddy, that's right, Gaddy's Garage, the guy that handles the motorcycle Space Mountain over there. I've been running that since 2005 with no issues. Well, I took this down here because the battery box is only 10 inches. All right, now 10 inches doesn't sound like a lot. Maybe if you ask a couple of women, 10 inches might be more than they can handle. But the bottom line is we needed to extend the battery box, all right, a few inches to get it to accommodate. Now, because these are made to fit the exact dimension of the original box, I wanted to go with more amps. The more amps, the longer the driving time, all right? Now, we may get 4 hours. We may get 5 hours out of this thing, okay? So I took the other battery down there to John Gaddy, Lake Worth, and he's custom fitting two boxes, 3 inches larger to accommodate the batteries. All right, this is the battery thing. It just slides up in there, and you can see up inside, there's the connector right there. They both join up. All right, so now, again, we had to make keys for both sides. This is your programming over here. You got to turn that one on. Then you turn this one on, and then it goes through on the screen, and then you could limit the speed. You could put black box, white box. It also has a few other things that you can maximize or minimize the speed on it and stuff like that. And then we moved over to number 3. This one was given to me. He called it a parts one. Nothing was working here. Now, there's a lot of things going on the way they made these. All right, here's the key switch. They weren't put in very good. All right, and what happens, you put the key in and you turn and you end up turning the whole lock. Well, people are turning the whole lock and it's unwinding the cable, and it broke the end off of the circuit board that's up inside. Well, then it wasn't working at all. Well, today I did a live video where I removed the circuit board, and by using a soldering gun, knowing from my experience in high school, Sterling Heights, Michigan, Stevenson High School, my electronics classes that I took, I was able to take that circuit board, put in new pins because the pins were ripped out, and we went ahead and put it back together, and lo and behold, I put the batteries in this thing, and poof, it fired right up, and it's ready to go. So now we got 3 of them. All right, we're going to be having this one at 50 and 50. There's 100 amps in there. This one's going to have 80, so we're talking 160 amps All right, in this one, it's 24 volt. All right, 12 and 12. They've got a power supply in there that bumps it up to both sides, 24 volt. That's actually what the motor is. As a matter of fact, I got the motor over here. I left this one up on the thing because when I was working on it, you got to take these screws out, the screws on the back, lift this up, and the whole circuit board and everything is located right there. Now, this has a big 1 amp motor, 24 volt. There it is right there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a better view for all of you guys. It's a T3 Motion, 3,000 RPM motor, 24 volt, 41 amp, continuous duty. There's your stuff. And I actually ordered a new tire. I got a new tire for that one. All right, that'll be in here this week. So there you have it. Segways, T3s, Motion. Again, this one has 190 miles on it. It's just virtually brand new for $13,000 out the door. Years ago, the Dade County bought a fleet of them. And once the battery packs go, the company wants $3,800. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. All right, it doesn't have to be that way because Mr. Sunshine T3 Motion Patrollers is able to refurbish these. All right, now Mr. Electron, that's right, Mr. Electron, that would be Scott Osiga. He's at J&J Alternate. I've known that man for many, many years. Him and Tesla are brothers, okay? He knows the electrical of vehicles inside and out, generators, airplanes, you name it. He has done it or rebuilt them. Starters, alternators. He's done several of my Rolls-Royce generators over the years and starters. He actually rebuilt a starter, which even at 8 years later, it's still cranking away. He was down here. He brought his fantastic son down here, and we ran through. We put the things in. We checked the voltage. We checked the amps, and everything worked out beautifully. All right. So again, now here we have the chargers. This is the chargers. Now I've noticed a lot of things. All right. These are special plugs. These are not the everyday plug. This is you get this from China, a special order. All right, it's a 7-pin, but it doesn't have the pins on the sides. It actually has the top pin, bottom pin. 12.6 volts there. It has 3 purple lines in there for the other battery packs that used to be in it. All right, and then there's 2 chargers here, so you're able to hit charger 1, charger 2, charge them both up at the same time. All right, so what we did, I went ahead and picked up the lithium chargers. These are the latest. Now, those were 8 years old, okay? I wasn't going to take a chance. I went ahead and bought the battery chargers. These are 14.6 volt. You need to have 14.6 to charge your lithium batteries. I bought the biggest ones with 20 amp. You can't use a 5 amp or a 10 amp. You're going to fuck it all up, okay? So I have 2 of those, all right? We got the ends on them. Now, there's going to be a couple of things that I can do with these. One of the things I can do, because I have 2 chargers here. I have a charger here, all right, and a charger here. Because these are obsolete, I can either remove the guts out of here, put those 2 inside, cut the cable, hook the cable up to that. This way I can plug this right in using the brand new lithium ion chargers. All right, everything will still look the factory. Everything's still going to work, but everything will be all brand new inside. Now, if you have a Segway T3 Motion, all right, Mr. Sunshine, I have dissected this thing. I've actually dissected all 3, okay? You're not going to get any information from the factory. I was on the phone with the CEO and owner. They're not going to tell you anything. You're not going to find a diagram anywhere. All of that has been removed from the internet, all right? I've spent hours getting this done. All right, I'm able to pick up batteries. We're able to pick up tires. I actually replaced the brake here on this one, the master cylinder. The master cylinder was bad, so we had to put a new one in on that. So if you're talking, the top speed on this, I have it bumped up. I think it'll do 25 to 27 miles an hour. All right, they're normally going 15 to 20, but by programming it up, all right, I was able to squeeze a few more out. When I used to, I built over 100 mini bikes and motorcycles and go-kart, literally 100, between Sterling Heights, Michigan and Pennsylvania. So removing governors off of engines, doing a little stuff, putting smaller gears on mopeds to get more top speed. I've done them all. So I'm very happy with it. It's actually a nice little unit. If you can find them on eBay, they're selling for about $3,500, $4,000. I've seen a couple for $5,500, and it says it needs new batteries. Well, all right, it's not the end of the world. When you got Mr. Sunshine here helping you, we can put this thing together and get it up and running. And once this goes on like that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drive safely. The power is up. And these are only on the 50 amps. All right, when I get those 280s in there tomorrow, if he gets the cabinets done, we're talking 160 amps. You can run this thing all day long. We can be cruising around Palm Beach and go down to Boynton Beach, drive this all over the place. And there you go. You got your battery. Got your alarm going off here. Got your horn. So there you have it, Mr. Sunshine. Headlights coming on right there. There's your headlight. Again, there's your headlight. Shut it off. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shut this down just like that. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll have the other battery packs in, and then we will do another video, and we will drive them around the lot out here so that you can see how these things run. I mean, a lot of fun. I actually drove the two here around for about an hour with zero loss of juice. Well, you're talking 100 amp, and I haven't driven. I drove the other one with 160 amp yesterday. Just to test it. We left the batteries there. I put the cords on, plugged them in underneath there, and drove this. Now with 160 amp, boy, I'm going to tell you what, you've got a lot of power going to that front wheel because it's front wheel driven, and you better have some good brakes on that because I'll tell you, that thing really takes off. And by tweaking it up, going through the software, booting it up to 25, 28 miles an hour. You're doing really fast on a three-wheeled vehicle. Now, what we're going to do with these, I'm going to get either it wrapped or I'm going to have John Gaddy talk to his guy, and we're going to see about painting them. So I'm going to see what the better option is, either painting it or having it wrapped. All right, and then having it wrapped, I can have anything done to it. Having it painted, that would be very cool too. So I don't like it's plain Jane. You know, we're plain Jane. Maybe I'll even wrap it with cowhide, okay? Maybe we'll wrap it with cowhide and put the whole thing in cowhide. Huh? Well, how about we just go ahead and cover it in cowhide? We'll make one a whole Mooglide, okay? We'll have the Mooglide over here, all right? And we'll just wrap it. I may even wrap it in python. How about that? Why don't we just get some python skin, and I'll just have my guy piece it all on there, and we'll have a python Segway, and then maybe we'll get some Louis Vuitton material and do a Louis. What do you think? We'll do a Louis on here. Why paint it? Why wrap it? Why don't we just put some Louis Vuitton material all the way around it, all right, and call it a day? So that's what we're going to be doing here as far as these are concerned. Now, with the three here, with the extended battery packs that I have being installed, any of my friends that come down, guess what? We get to go on tour. We get to go for a ride. We're going to take these. We're going to go through town. From what I understand, you don't need a license plate because it's considered an electric bicycle. All right, so we have an electric bike, so we don't need a license plate on it. And we're going to run these Segways, so any of my friends that come down to visit, we could just get on these and ride to town. I actually have a trailer, a little trailer that I picked up that's going to go on the back of my van. And if we need to go pick them up, but whether the battery dies, but I'll make sure the batteries are all full with 160 amps and 100 amps in this one. I might even convert the third one. We may go to 200 amps. We'll put a 100 amp battery on each side. That would be 12 volts, 200, total of 200 amps. That thing should run all week without having to worry about it going dead. So we're going to go from 50 to 80 to 100, all right, and then we'll see how it works out. So if you happen to have a Segway, if you have any problems with a T3 mobile, I'll be actually downloading more videos of the circuit boards. I actually removed this cover. You're going to have all your high voltage stuff in here. In here, you have your two circuit boards in here with all the wires that come up here to the top. All right, and I've already videotaped those and made pictures for reference. So if you have one of these, it's a lot of fun. Again, $3,800 for a new set of high performance batteries. You're talking almost $4,000. Come on, we can't. Mr. Sunshine ain't going to do that, and I'm not going to have my friends that want to drive them around spend that kind of money either. So if you happen to come across one, and let me know. I'm always looking to pick up some more, or if you know anybody that has them and needs some help getting it back up and running, I can help them. Pick up that phone, 5616938636. There it is, Mr. Sunshine, coming to you live right here, right now in sunny South Florida. Thank you for watching.